Have you ever found yourself on the brink of happiness, only to somehow push it away? Perhaps you've achieved something you've always wanted, but instead of basking in joy, you felt uneasy or even guilty. You're not alone. Self-sabotage is a deeply rooted human tendency, and understanding why we do it can be the key to breaking free from its grip. In this video, we're going to explore why we sabotage our own happiness, the psychological and emotional roots behind it, and how to overcome this destructive pattern. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of your own mind and practical steps to nurture the happiness you truly deserve. We all want to be happy. It's a universal desire. Yet, when happiness finally finds its way into our lives, why do we feel uncomfortable? Why do we push it away as if it's something foreign or undeserved? The paradox of happiness lies in its fleeting nature. Happiness, unlike sadness or anger, is not a state that can be sustained endlessly. It's temporary, a fleeting moment in time. And for many, that very impermanence makes it frightening. The fear that happiness will eventually vanish makes us sabotage it before it has a chance to leave on its own. Think about it. How many times have you convinced yourself that a good thing won't last, or that something bad will inevitably follow? This is the classic waiting for the other shoe to drop mentality. Instead of savoring the good moments, we brace ourselves for potential pain. One of the primary reasons we sabotage our own happiness is fear. Fear of vulnerability. Allowing yourself to be happy means exposing your heart to the risk of hurt and disappointment. It's like stepping out into the sun after being in the dark for too long. It feels almost blinding. From a psychological perspective, vulnerability triggers our survival instincts. Our brains are wired to protect us from danger, and in a world where emotional pain feels just as real as physical harm, happiness can seem like a dangerous risk. We unconsciously think, if I let myself be happy, I might lose it, and that loss would be devastating. As a result, we build walls, create distance, and sabotage our own joy to maintain a sense of control. This mechanism might feel safe, but it also keeps us trapped in a cycle of fear and dissatisfaction. It sounds strange, doesn't it? The idea that misery can be comfortable. But for many, sadness and struggle become familiar companions, like old friends that you know inside out. Happiness, on the other hand, feels unpredictable and unknown. Growing up in environments where happiness was scarce or fleeting can make us inherently distrustful of good feelings. We've been conditioned to brace for disappointment, to expect the worst, and to prepare for loss. In a sense, misery becomes the default mode, and happiness feels almost suspicious. Even when life presents opportunities for happiness, the mind clings to familiar patterns, finding ways to self-destruct and maintain the status quo. It's as if our inner dialogue says, better to stay where I am than risk falling from a high place. Another reason we sabotage our happiness is rooted in low self-worth. Deep down, some of us feel that we simply don't deserve good things. This belief often stems from past experiences, being criticized, dismissed, or neglected. When happiness does come our way, it feels almost unnatural, as if it belongs to someone else. The mind starts crafting narratives to justify why happiness can't possibly be ours. Thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or people like me don't get to be happy, take over. These toxic beliefs act as self-fulfilling prophecies, causing us to unconsciously ruin our chances at contentment. Imagine receiving a compliment and immediately dismissing it, or achieving a goal but feeling like a fraud. That gnawing sense of unworthiness fuels the cycle of self-sabotage, making happiness feel like an imposter in our lives. Guilt can be a heavy chain that drags happiness to the ground. Many of us feel guilty for being happy when others are suffering. We question our right to feel joy when the world around us seems filled with pain and hardship. This guilt doesn't just come from external situations, but often from internalized beliefs shaped by culture, upbringing, or past mistakes. We convince ourselves that we haven't earned happiness or that enjoying life is somehow selfish. But think about it. If happiness is scarce and fragile, wouldn't it make sense to cherish it when it comes? The truth is, our guilt does nothing to alleviate the suffering of others. Instead, it only robs us of our own peace. The ways we sabotage our happiness can vary, but they all share a common theme: preventing vulnerability. Some of us procrastinate on our dreams, fearing the responsibility that comes with success. Others push away loved ones, convinced that rejection is inevitable. Sometimes, we even resort to self-destructive habits, substance abuse, unhealthy relationships, or abandoning our ambitions. These acts serve as subconscious methods to maintain control or to protect ourselves from perceived threats. It's essential to recognize the patterns in your own life. Are you afraid of failing, or are you terrified of succeeding? Are you pushing happiness away because you don't believe it's truly yours to keep? Breaking free from self-sabotage requires a deep and honest examination of your beliefs and fears. Start by acknowledging that you deserve happiness simply because you exist. You don't need to earn it or prove your worth. Practice self-compassion. Allow yourself to feel vulnerable without judgment. Remember that vulnerability is not weakness. It's the courage to experience life fully with all its joys and sorrows. Challenge the narratives that tell you happiness is temporary or dangerous. Instead of expecting the worst, allow yourself to remain open to good things without sabotaging them. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Often, our environments reflect and reinforce our mindset. Seek positive influences that encourage you to embrace happiness without guilt. It's time to break the chains that hold us back from happiness. We sabotage our joy because we're afraid of loss, vulnerability, and unworthiness. But life is too short to let fear govern your heart. Allow yourself to feel happy, even if it's fleeting. Embrace the beauty of the present without questioning whether it's too good to be true. You are worthy of happiness, and it's time to give yourself permission to truly live. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your journey to overcoming self-sabotage begins now. Let's break the cycle together.